tax man.
Yeah, I am the tax man here on AM 560. The answer with our technical producer, George Hoffman.
Hello.
My co-host, Jim Leahy, and you, the listener.
And now, here's that man with a head just crammed full of knowledge, Mr. Know-It-All.
That's right.
Can I begin?
Go ahead.
Can I begin? No. Mr. Know-It-All, the segment where Attorney Stephen Leahy gives us his infinite wisdom on all things taxes. And today, Attorney Stephen Leahy is going to be giving us a great listener question.
Okay, here's the listener question. And it's so appropriate, right? Here's the question. If my taxes, my property taxes have been sold at auction, can bankruptcy help me save my home? Or is it too late?
That's
They've been
a good
sold.
question.
And here's the answer. The answer is you can save your home through a Chapter 13 bankruptcy in a case like this. Chapter 7 won't help you unless it might buy you some time if you filed your bankruptcy right before the redemption date, for instance. Then that would put a stay on the redemption date. But under Chapter 13, you can stop the sale, the redemption period from tolling, so you won't lose your home, and you can pay all your property taxes back over a period of up to 5 years. So this is this is so important. That's why oftentimes they'll call Chapter 13 a house saving bankruptcy. And most of them are. Usually it's your mortgage, but it can be your property taxes. So I've had a client who fell behind in his property taxes, coming very close to the redemption period. And that's why I'm asking the question. He asked me the question, can I? And the answer is yes. So we go out, we can file. The first step of a bankruptcy is filing the petition with the court. But once you file that petition with the court, the second step comes in, and the second step is what they call the automatic stay. And that stops all creditor activity against you, including losing your home to a property tax redemption. Okay, so now whatever you're behind, here's the problem. You've got to pay them back 100% of everything that you owe. There's no walking away from that property taxes. So you're going to have to pay it back, but you're going to have up to 5 years to do so. And if you have any other creditors, you can work them. So this goes back to kind of what we were talking about in the first, in the second segment, which is the blog segment, and that's focusing your resources. So if I have a lot of credit card debt, and that's what's taken me away from being able to pay my property taxes when they come due. If I can get rid of my if I get rid of my credit card debt, I need to focus on what's the most important. And the most important would be my home. Okay, so focus your energy and your resources on saving the most important thing. That's your home. So again, sometimes getting out of the credit card debt and taking that money and focusing it on your mortgage or focusing on your property taxes, two things that you can't get away from without losing the home. With credit card debt, right, they can't take your home away from you if you don't pay them. And most of those debts are dischargeable in bankruptcy. And while mortgages are also dischargeable in bankruptcy, means you won't owe the mortgage company anymore, they still have a lien on your house. And so even if you get a discharge of the debt, means that you don't owe the mortgage company anymore, they can still foreclose on your home and take your home away from you and through the foreclosure process. Now, they still have to go through the foreclosure process. So if I file a bankruptcy and then the mortgage company, I say I'm going to surrender my home, they can't just come in and take your home away from you. They still have to go through the whole foreclosure process. And here in Illinois, that takes at least 9 months, 7 to 9 months, and sometimes much longer than that, depending on what you do and depending on your defenses. If you have any defenses, it's so important
to have somebody who understands
Absolutely.
what's going on. And you've been doing this for years.
Absolutely, and we went through the first crisis with the mortgage crisis back in 08, 09. I can't tell you how many families we helped save their homes, get out of debt, and start rebuilding their
more than 7.
Yeah, more than 7 is correct. So now they save their home, get out of debt, and start rebuilding their life again. And so again, if you're in crisis right now, the good part is that everything's on hold, nothing's moving forward. So if they wanted to file a foreclosure case against you today, if you're behind in your mortgage, they can't. because the courts won't let them. If you're behind in your mortgage, in your credit card debt, and they want to file a case against you for breach of contract, they can't because the courts are closed. So you have a little bit of a hiatus right now, but that doesn't mean wait till the end and then work on it. Start focusing on remedies right now. If you know what's going to happen, maybe there's things you can do today that will prevent that. One of those things is working with your creditors, the recruit assistance, and go out and ask for help. Well, ask for help. Right. And you can ask me for help. And that's what I do. I help people resolve these problems and then achieve full financial recovery.
God bless Opem Tax Advocates.
That's
as
true.
I said in the beginning of the show.
I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Have any questions that you would like Attorney Stephen Leahy to answer on our show? You give him a call at 312-664-6649, or you can go over to our Facebook pages, which is the Trust Radio Network, where we answer a lot of our listener questions from, because that's where we get a lot of
That's right.
Interaction. And you can ask your question. We will answer it live on the show. That's right. We will answer it on the show. We're not live, but it's live at one point. 312-664-6649. Now, Attorney Stephen Leahy. I got to go on a commercial break. I don't know if you knew this. Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah, I'm trying to buy time. Joking. I got to go right now on AM 560.
The answer.